Namaste. Tight, sore, contracted back muscles, but you can't see your massage therapist. So the best thing alongside spinal movement and mobilization is self-massage using sensy balls. So these are the balls that have half domes over them, blown up pretty full with a little bit of give, of course, because you're going to be putting the whole of your body weight down on these balls. So 3 exercises or 3 self-massage, techniques with the balls. The first will be at the sacrum. The second, we're working the whole length of the back muscles, this vertical strip of muscles either side of the spine, the erector spinae muscles, and then we're going to be working the muscles to the back of the neck, so the cervical spine. So let's get started. So tentatively bringing yourself down to the floor. You've got your feet planted, and we're going to start just with one ball. Press through the feet, tuck the pubic bone under, draw up through pelvic floor to lift the bottom and the back from the ground. Placing the ball under the sacrum. So I always say it's kind of above the bum crack. I'm just going to move my arms out of the way so that you can see, but your arms will be down by the side of your body. And you're going to drop the sit bones down towards the floor. So it's as though you're effectively draping the bottom over the ball. And then you're going to tuck under. So pubic bone, tailbone, tuck under. So there's a length to the abdomen when you drop the sit bones down, and then the abdomen contracts to tuck under. So there's an extension of the spine, the lower back closes when the bottom drapes over the ball, and then there's flexion when you tuck under. Now allow the spine to come into neutral, and you're just resting on the ball, maybe with some tone through pelvic floor though, and you're going to take the hip, whatever hip, you've got 2 of them to one side, and then the other hip to the other side. And you kind of feel like you're just sawing in a little bit in this kind of just, I'm going to say a C shape, but it's a really small C. And then you might want to make circles. So you'd come to one side, you might drop the sit bones down over the ball, you hip hitch to the other side, and then you flex. So kind of just do what feels nice, what the body welcomes. If you're circling, just remember to circle in the other direction also. Time-wise, you do this for however long you want to. You know, if it's feeling good, then just kind of carry on. Do it for a good few minutes, 5 minutes perhaps. And then you're going to tuck under, tone through pelvic floor, lift up, you remove the ball. So I'm going to move to the next technique, but when you're doing this at home, take some time, feel the difference in the tissue. Don't rush to do the next thing, just kind of settle for a bit and just feel whether the tissue has changed and released. Hopefully it has. So this is slightly trickier to get into. You're going to roll to one side and you'll place one ball to the side of the spine. So somewhere, mine's at the moment, it's at the kind of the base of the shoulder blade, base of the scapula. And then you just roll to the other side and you place the ball next to, but to the other side of the spine. Now you can see that I'm arched, which may not be the best thing for your back, but all backs are different, of course. So I want you to tuck the tailbone under strongly. Draw up strongly through the pelvic floor. You're going to interlink the fingers and you're going to support the back of the head, but put the head straight back down. So you've got the pubic bone tucked, you've got high tone through pelvic floor, feet feel nice and secure. The hands are going to act as a hammock, and you're going to draw the tissue up at the back of the neck up towards the skull. Exhaling, lifting the head up. So you're supporting the head. Hands are a hammock. The next thing, use an exhalation. You're going to tuck, you're going to lift up. Now, just, get a little bit of a rhythm, just small to start with, just moving the bottom forwards and backwards, and you'll feel, you might have to adjust. You can see I'm widening my feet, and I've got one ball kind of higher than the other, so I'm just going to adjust that. There we go. And you just take your time to roll the ball. I might come out of camera shot. And you end up going all the way down. And you really need to keep toeing through the pelvic floor. So you're basically on your feet and on the balls. And you go up and down the length of your spine. Again, where the body welcomes this movement. So the lower down you take the balls, you might want to walk the feet closer to the bottom. It's kind of more strenuous. So you might feel shaking in the abdomen. And then, because I've moved my feet, I've got to move them away so that I can come all the way up here to the upper traps. When I'm at the upper traps, so the very top of the shoulders, I'm going to put my bottom down and I'm just going to rest here for a bit. So I've essentially kind of dragged the tissue up and over the shoulder. So I've brought the posterior tissue up and over to the front of the body. And I just hang here for a bit. But you can hang here for much longer. But because I want this to be a short video, and I do tend to waffle a lot, you can do this for much, much longer. To come out though, you lift up and lower down. And again, don't rush into moving. Just feel the sensations of the body, what this has offered you. And then the final thing, just one ball only, you keep the feet still on the floor, tuck the chin under, lift up. So pubic bone tucked, high turn through pelvic floor, lifting up because it's an abdominal crunch essentially. Put the ball behind the back of the neck and it will just sit there. It will want to be there. Gosh, and you might just, just stay here for a little bit. Just becoming aware of the sensations to the back of the neck. You might want to put some gentle pressure down, so you press the back of the neck into the ball and then you soften off. Link into your breath. Give yourself the time. So this is self-care, and you might have been pushed into this self-care because of back pain. And then you can start mobilization. So chin to chest, chin up. So you're rolling over the length of the muscles to the back of the neck. Always only working to what the body welcomes. And then you stop, and then maybe you go to the side. So turning the head nice and slowly from side to side, just linking in with your breath. To come up, tuck pubic bone under, high toe through pelvic floor. You've got to crunch up to lower down. And again, don't rush, don't come out up and stand up quickly. Notice what these self-massage techniques have offered your body.